Hello, everybody, and welcome to a late night stream, a late night Dyson Sphere stream. I'm feeling pretty low energy tonight, which is why I chose Dyson Sphere Program for today's stream, especially because of how late it is. I don't know, I'm just not really feeling it tonight. Tomorrow is my last day of vacation, then I have to go back to work, and I don't know, I haven't really worked on my Dyson Sphere this week. Not really, anyhow. So that's what the game plan is going to be for today. Well, actually, I mean, I've pretty much already finished my Dyson Sphere. But I have to expand my production and try to work on another one and maybe get my proliferator situation sorted out. I need proliferator. I need so much proliferator. I need just like an entire planet's worth of proliferator. Basically. Yeah. So we're going to jump in here. We're going to see what kind of antics we can get into. See what I can work on, see what I can produce. Worst case scenario, at least my Dyson Sphere will continue progressing on its path of growth. And there's a couple of things that we need to deal with. I think very clearly the first problem we have to deal with is this problem. We are not producing glass panels fast enough to get these prisms out. I wonder if I could do something a little bit weird here. I mean, I know I'm guilty of doing many weird things. But let's go ahead and branch this guy off. You may already be picking up what I'm putting down. I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm hoping it will. I just got home from my birthday dinner with the family, and yeah, they took me out to Red Lobster. There's mixed feelings about Red Lobster, but I think their food is pretty good. So I certainly don't mind it. There we go. And if we copy these guys, and go ahead and pull these in. I also think I need to build more
replication complete.
You know. Yeah, pa-pa-pa-pa-pas. Of course. At ray receivers, that's what I was thinking of.
Insufficient materials.
Because you may notice I'm having some power issues here. And I believe part of that is because I'm making some dark matter? Is it dark matter or antimatter? I think it's antimatter. I think I keep calling it dark matter, but it's actually antimatter. But also, we're using more power here as well. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But this is only one part of the many issues that I need to deal with. Look at that. That looks so good.
Replication
of course, our Dyson Sphere is technically completed. We're just working on like a secondary outer shell to just kind of brush off a little bit of my power needs. Not a lot, but a little bit. To make it look good. And look good it is. Alright, let's head up here. Teleon Dad, how's it going today? I heard you had a bit of a break-in. Better? That's good to hear. I hope there is no, like, nothing missing. I hope it was just like a minor break-in. a minor thievery, a minor crimes. Nothing disastrous. There we go. You startled him and ran. Did you pull out your gun? Did you show him the American way? Your bazooka? Your cannon? Bitches love cannons. Sadly, no. Fair enough. Well, I'm glad everything's okay. That's the important part. There we go. All right. So that should pull a little bit more power from the Dyson Sphere. We are only drawing 2.5 gigawatts, which is the upper limit of what the smaller part of the sphere can do. So we are making significantly more power, even with this partially finished shell. And this shell is only, about a quarter finished, really. But it's already dramatically increased our power output. It's because of the size. If we like...
Flight mode.
Hold on. How can we do this? Can I just look at it in here? Will this tell me how much power? Yeah, right here. So this smaller core, this smaller part of the sphere here, is producing 2.57 gigawatts. This outer shell, as it is at the moment, which is not really a whole lot, is producing 512 megawatts. That's about it's less than a quarter of what the shell on the inside is producing. But it's also about 2 to 3 times as large. And we could technically build a second, like a complete sphere, but that's not really what I want to do here. This is a weak baby star. If we go into our star map here, and we zoom out, Svalison 1, or Svalison, the star, has a luminosity of 1.0. That is on the low end. I don't know if I'd call it the low end, but we're going to call it the low end for now. That's going to Delta Centauri. That's going to Svalison. That's going to Rashomon. Especially when you compare it to, like, say, Kepha Borealis, which is the most luminous star in the system. This star has a luminosity of 2.48. That means it makes almost 2.5 times, in theory, with the exact same Dyson Sphere, it would make about 2.5 times more power than the one that we have at Svalison. Not insignificant. Not insignificant. But yeah, there is something to be said about finding someplace I can produce a whole bunch of, what is it called? Proliferator. I can't believe I forgot what it was called for a second. And to produce proliferator, we're going to need lots of coal. Which we have to go to our old friend, the Sakura Ocean, for that, huh? I mean, we already have a small outpost there. So it shouldn't really take us too much to set up proliferator production there. And then we just have to export it to literally everywhere else. That's the hard part. Let's go ahead and build a orbital station. I don't know if we'll need it, but I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And we're also going to build a bunch of interstellar ships. And we're going to need a bunch of belts and probably not more sorters. We already have 400 sorters in our pocket. But this is going to be Proliferator Day. We're going to get our Proliferator crisis solved. We got our engine crisis solved. Now it's time to get our Proliferator crisis solved. And especially because we need these engines to be as efficient as possible, and we have extensive production on other planets at this point. We need a lot of it. So to produce Proliferator, let's walk through this. Both to remind myself and for folks who may have forgotten when we set up our basic proliferator system. So the first level of proliferator, we need to produce it in an assembler.
Depleted.
All it requires is 1 coal. That's not too bad. 1 coal, easy. Mark II proliferator requires us to get some diamonds. That's a little bit harder, but we can also compress energetic graphite into diamonds. Energetic graphite can be produced in a replicator. Or no, it can be produced in a smelter. Yes, smelter. Smelter. Yes, smelter. By burning the energetic graphite. Or, well, I mean, I'm getting tongue-tied here. Energetic graphite can be produced with raw coal, which can then be turned into diamonds for the Mark II proliferator. Now for Mark III, we need carbon nanotubes. We have a lot of carbon nanotubes. How many carbon nanotubes do we have? We don't have a lot of carbon nanotubes. Hold on. Wait. I was on local planet. There we go. We have a lot of carbon nanotubes. And honestly, we could probably expand the production of carbon nanotubes as well. We just have to find the right, whichever planet that it's on. And I don't remember where it is. But the good news is, we do have... Let's see. We do have the infrastructure for... Yeah. All of this already pre-proliferated energetic graphite. I believe it's probably being loaded into an interstellar logistics station somewhere. If it's not, then it should be. Maybe it's not. Interesting. Okay, well, either way, it's fine. It's fine. We got this. So let's build a bunch of depots. Let's build a bunch more. What am I missing here? Graphene? No. Regular processors. Okay. That I can do. I think. Yes. No? Yes. This is the stupidest way of getting this, but that's okay. Sometimes you gotta do the stupid things. There we go. Alright, and then we'll build a bunch of those guys. So here's a question. I mentioned that we can produce diamonds by burning graphene. Could we just use the kimberlite that's already in the system? It's not on the same planet, right? No. It's here on the lava planet. We are already mining it, I believe. So that could make our life a lot easier. Significantly so. Alright, let's grab some extra fuel, and we will head out. think we only need one thing of fuel. Yeah. Do you want to take some ships with us? We may need to get into some combat. Not immediately, but we'll grab an extra stack. There we go. Just to say that we have it. All right, let's go. Look at that. That looks so cool. Oh, it's gonna look so good when it's done. All right, let's go.
Warp engine activated.
The only thing I didn't check is whether we have any of the advanced miners. We don't necessarily need them for this, but it would make life a little bit easier. Alright, let's head straight towards the planet.
Warp engine deactivated.
There we go. Nice. Alright, where is the little base we already have set up here? I don't actually think this space entails much. It's literally just here to mine organic crystals.
Cruise ended.
Yeah. But it'll be a nice base for things to come. Except there's not actually any... There's not actually any coal near here. Where's all the coal? Let's see, there's a coal reserve, there's a coal reserve. There's a big coal reserve over there. Yeah, the closest coal reserve is up here. Huh. I mean, we could probably make that work. I don't see why not.
Flight mode.
This is not the right coal reserve, but this is what we're this is where we're working now. I have decided this is where our home is. All right, let's work at getting power over here. May not be as easy as it seems. There's a lot of water on this planet. I should have brought... Yeah, I should have brought more foundation. Well, maybe we'll have to make some from scratch. There's also a lot of silicon here. We may be able to use that later on. Overall, this planet might be extremely valuable to us in the long term. Alright, well, we do have an advanced mineral collector. We can go ahead and slap that bad boy, like, right there. go. Alright, so how do I want to do this? We're already bringing in... Alright, I think I know how I'm going to set this up. Let's drop an interstellar logistics station over here. Maybe not right on top of everything. Maybe we'll set it over here. And for this guy, we want him to have warpers. Go ahead and bring in 500 warpers. I guess it's 800 at this point, but whatever, it's fine. And we also want it to bring in... Where is it? Kimberlite. Remote receive. No? Are we not producing Kimberlite locally? I thought we were.
Replication complete.
Hold on. Let's head to the other planet. I mean, I don't need Kimberlite to make this work, but it will make life so much easier. So Ruckback 2 is where the Kimberlite is, and I thought I was mining Kimberlite there. Maybe I'm just not mining enough Kimberlite there. Or maybe I'm mining it and don't have a station set up? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Knock, knock.
Cruise ended.
What's going on here?
Flight mode.
Oh, am I just already converting it to diamonds? Is that what's happening? No. Yes, but also no. So this is where I'm producing... Okay, I understand now. So I do actually need a third interstellar logistics station. As much as I hate to say it. Oh, I'm not going to have the graphene for that. So here's what I'm going to do. This is really stupid, and I do not recommend doing it this way. I'm just going to go to my interstellar logistics station on Ruckbat 2, and I'm just going to, like...
Extraterrestrial dark fog is assaulting.
It'll be fine. I'm just going to have it bring me graphene. Like, just straight up. I should have graphene being produced somewhere. I don't know where, but... It should beat having to import it or fly the whole way back and grab it. Graphene's the one thing. I was expecting to have to need one. I wasn't expecting to have to need two. Oh well. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. Bam. Alright.
Flight mode.
And I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to be like, hey. I need graphene for a little project. Could you send me one thing of graphene? That's 800 graphene. Now I'm going to have to wait a hot minute for it to get here. but that's okay. So I'm also going to have this interstellar logistics station demand diamond. And that we definitely need. Alright, so now we're just going to hang out for a minute and twiddle our thumbs while we wait for that. So let's go ahead and work on our first tier proliferator. While we're waiting, we might as well.
Insufficient
I'm also
materials.
going to need a bunch of these replicators. Or not replicators, these spray coaters too here. Okay, that's fine. Mark 1 proliferator is literally just raw coal.
Mineral depleted.
There we go. Okay, is that enough for my
Insufficient
logistics
materials.
station? It is not. What else do I need? Engines? It's gotta be engines.
Extraterrestrial dark fog is
Do I
assaulting.
need more iron?
Insufficient materials.
Yes, I need more iron. It's going to take me 500 seconds to do that. That's fine. It's fine. That gives me enough time to do this. It's literally going to be... It's literally going to be faster for me to fly back. Alright, fine, whatever. Wait. No, I don't have to fly back. I could just do the same thing. I'm stupid. Give me electromagnetic turbines. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now we're thinking with interstellar logistics stations. Or something. I don't really know. It's bold of anyone to assume that I know what I'm doing at this point.
Mineral depleted.
Alright, so I want to be able to expand this out. Let's do it like this. And then we're just going to have a storage thing here. I know a bunch of people don't really like it when I set storage up like this. It's okay, I promise. I feel like I have to mention that every single time I do it. I have to acknowledge that sometimes I don't do things the best way, and that's okay. You don't really have to play this game and do things the best, most efficient way. You will get your Dyson Sphere regardless of how well you play the game, for the most part. go. Nice. Alright, that's our tier 1 proliferator. Easy. Super easy. Extraordinarily simple.
Flight mode.
While I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Carbon nanotubes. Gimme. Gimme those carbon nanotubes. Thank you. Alright.
Insufficient materials.
Is that faster? You know what? I'll accept it.
Mineral depleted.
Now, we are going to have to pave over this beautiful little scenic lake here. That's okay. We don't need it. I don't have much foundation, so I want to be a little bit careful. There we go. We paved it over. We built a strip mall. It's okay. That's all right. Let's see. Is there any stone on this planet? There is some stone on this planet. I have no idea where it is. It's all down this way. While we're waiting for this interstellar logistics station to build, let's go ahead and build some more. Yeah. Stone. We can't exactly build more foundation while we're building the logistics station, but we can get the stone for it. We can collect the stone for it. I don't really know how much we need. This is what I get for not preparing, for not planning.
Mineral depleted.
Even, I think, 20 extra foundation will give me what I need. There we go. All right.
Cruise mode.
Back to the other planet. Rookbat 1. Master Liberty, how's it going today? I'm at it again? I sure am. Just having a chill Dyson Sphere stream. Late night. It's late night for me. Still tired? I had a nap. So I went out with my family for dinner tonight, and I slept the entire way home because we carpooled, because there's not really any fancy houses. What am I talking about? There isn't really any fancy restaurants around where I live. So yeah, when we go out for you know, a nice night, we have to travel, so we just carpool, which makes sense, yeah. So yeah, we went on a trip basically, and I slept on the way home. It was so nice. It was such a nice nap. There is nothing better than a food coma nap. Nothing. There we go. Alright, so this is diamond, right? Yeah. This is going to be a little weird, but that's okay. I didn't exactly leave myself with enough space here to work with. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. Reminds you of why your grandfather would visit. We would take his large van to dinner. It's not quite that bad here. We don't need a whole van to get everybody in. Just a Buick. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do. This is a little excessive. You didn't need the van. It's just what your that's fair enough. Fair enough. This is a little bit excessive, but that's okay. We're allowed to be a little bit excessive here. Diamond? Diamond. Yes. And honestly, we're just going to run this. We're just going to run it like this. So any extra diamond that the matrix slabs here do not need is just going to run over into this logistics station, and then it's going to ship basically to wherever I need it, but technically right now just the one planet.
Mineral.
Also, what's going on over here that we're struggling? We're struggling to get the titanium that we need.
Flight mode.
Okay, well that seems like an easy fix. We'll just extend this out. Go. Why am I collecting iron here again? I don't know. It's probably something important. All right. So that should... Yeah, that should improve this as well. You may need to dramatically expand our operation to make sure all of this is working, but it's not a huge deal. Okay. Let's... trip number... I think this is trip number 3 at this point. Let's head back to... Ruckbat 2? There it is. All right, now we should be able to make some progress on this. I mean, we've been making progress. That's why when I'm feeling low energy and I don't really feel like getting involved in a game, that's part of the reason why I'm enjoying having Dyson Sphere Program on the lineup. Because, I don't know, I could just chill and relax and I don't really have to worry about anything.
Cruise ended.
I'm not afraid of making a fool of myself because, well, I do it every day in Dyson Sphere Program. I don't really sweat any other things because, you know, who cares, right? It's just, it's fine. It's not a high stress game. It's relaxing. I get to build cool things. There's just not a lot of negatives to it. Except maybe my lack of chips. There we go. All right, now we have to build the tier 2 proliferator. So that should be 2 to 1. So I have, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So with 20 of those, that means we need 10 of these. think. I don't know if the math works perfectly on that, but we're gonna go with it. And those require diamonds. Go. So if we ever need to, we can expand this out. There we go. This will produce the tier 2 proliferator. Of course, I have blueprints for this, but when have I ever done things the easy way, right? Yeah. Go. Go ahead and drop 10 more of those guys. Alright, and then we're going to put a depot over here for these guys. We're just gonna do too high again. It's okay. No biggie. Go. And there's our Mark II proliferator done. Now, I think I am going to need more... I think I am going to need more, well... You know, I say that... For this last one, I'm pretty sure... I only need 5 of these, at least for the production that I have. Overall, as time progresses, we're going to need a lot more of this. But at least for now, that may be good. And this, we need the carbon nanotubes. Yes. I mean, we have to head back to base anyway to get the tools that we need for the spray coater. Materials. Which is mostly just rock. But it's multiple layers of rock, not just plain old rock. Go. All right. The proliferator must flow. And I'm pretty sure this may not be the best of ideas, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're just gonna feed this right into here. And this is, over the long term, going to be my long-term supply of proliferator. At least one of them. I'll probably have more eventually. It's not exactly going to be a large trickle. Just a little bit. Which is why we will probably need to produce more. I'll be honest with you,
Flight mode.
it may be that it's not a 2-to-1 ratio quite as much as I thought. Because time. So the Mark 1 proliferator takes what? How long to make? It doesn't really say. One of these can make 180 a minute. We'll just do it like this. That's actually half as much, half the time, as it takes Proliferator Mark II to make. 90 a minute.
Flight mode.
And then over here, with the Mark III Proliferator, it takes 45. Yeah! So it literally takes twice as long for each. It requires twice as many resources. It requires twice as many as the previous tier of Proliferator. But it also takes twice as long to produce. So technically, as far as the time goes, if I'm understanding my mathematics properly, and I may not be, it should be about the same. I think. So we could actually put more... Yeah, we could actually double up on this. Oh, wait. There we go. Looks like we are going to have to deal with the curvature of the planet, though. Which is a little unfortunate, but hey, we'll survive. Oops. So, tomorrow, normally I would be playing Dungeons and Dragons, but my friend group has decided
Upgrade.
that we're going to go watch Iron Lung tomorrow. So, I'm pretty excited about that. I've heard good things, but obviously you saw it. How did you think it was, Tally? It wasn't too bad? I mean, it's important to keep in mind, like, I'm not trying to blow smoke. I don't think Markiplier needs anybody to blow smoke up his anything. But it's important to keep in mind that, like, it's an indie project, like, outside of Hollywood. Even, like, an alright, not too bad is praise, in my opinion. I don't know. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. The music was a bit loud over the dialogue. Okay. I wonder how much that has to do with, like, the theater, the quality of the theater. I wonder if like a lower quality theater would have like a different outcome for that. I don't know. Could depend on the sound system. Yeah, who knows? I have heard, like, I've watched a couple of non-spoiler reviews, and I have seen a few people mention, like, some of the sound balancing issues, so I don't think it's just you, Tally. But I guess I'll find out tomorrow. Yeah?
Mineral depleted.
There we go. All right. I don't really know why I didn't just set all of these before I started hooking up sorters. But yeah, but the good news is, because we're doing that instead of Dungeons and Dragons, it means that I may be able to get a stream in tomorrow. I don't normally get a stream in on D&D days, but maybe I will. It all depends on how I'm feeling, really. There's plenty of days where I just don't feel like streaming. I don't think I streamed yesterday, and that was kind of a symptom of that. That's one of the reasons why I kind of like that I don't have a set schedule. I know it hurts me in the long run, and eventually I'll have to commit to a schedule.
Insufficient
But
materials.
it's nice. It's nice to be able to just sit down and stream whenever you feel like it, rather than feel like you're beholden to a schedule. All right. Now we have Proliferator flowing.
Flight mode.
That's great. I like that. I approve. We do need more power,
Insufficient materials.
which we can get with these energy
Replication
exchanger.
complete.
We'll just tack a second one on here. Do something like that.
Insufficient materials.
And then we can just kind of split this. But where did my accumulators go? Did it... Oh, I see them.
Replication complete.
There we go. All right. Discharge. Give me that power. All right. And we can pump that out. Yeah, power. All right. Anyway. So that's pretty neat. All right. So my next task, I need to go get a whole bunch of prisms and build a bunch of the spray coaters,
Flight mode.
because that's what I need in my life now. We're literally going to need unlimited power. Also, that planet, that star is still weird. It's so weird that system there uses the, what is that, the lambda? I don't know what that symbol is. It's one of the Greek symbols, but there's literally nothing significant there, so it's weird that it has like a special character in it. Oh well. Yeah, we need to go to home. Let's head home. I don't know why I bothered to speed up there. The warp would literally go as fast as I wanted to. So, of course, our first step is to proliferate our proliferator. because we need that. We need more proliferator in our lives. That's the first step. And then we're going to go proliferate every single component of our big engine factory on Svalson 1. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some work. It's gonna be worth it in the long run, though. Probably. Alright, we should get a good view of our Dyson Sphere coming in, though.
Warp engine
Look at
activated.
that. Oh, that's so cool. It's really starting to take shape, the second layer. It looks really nice. Again, it's not really supposed to be like a super fancy structure. It's literally just something to pull a little bit of extra power out of the star so we can power our system for the next steps. Actually, it looks like the structure's almost... Structure's half done. We're kind of at a little bit of a bottleneck with the solar sails at the moment, but we are still firing solar sails up, I think. Yeah. So that's not really the problem. We're just kind of waiting for the frame to finish. And of course, this is step one. This is still step one of our adventures in Dyson Sphere Program. The next step is to build an even bigger sphere at the brightest star in the system, which is gonna be a task. Alright, we're gonna grab a... We need to grab so many of these prisms. We need to grab so many prisms. We're gonna be here for a while. The funny thing is, this is still probably better or faster than crafting them by hand.
Insufficient materials.
Ooh. Microcrystalline components. Okay. Now let's grab a few more of these prisms, and then we'll go and we'll grab the microcrystalline components. I think I've just been calling them microprocessors, which isn't entirely wrong. I think we'll go for like 200. Are we producing these prisms elsewhere?
Light mode.
Hold on. We are over here. Ah. And there's not enough stone coming in. I see. So I was wondering why it seemed like we were struggling so much all of a sudden with the prisms. And this is why. There we go. That should help. That's not going to be a huge coup in the long run. But it'll definitely help in the short term to increase the production of these prisms.
Light mode.
Now, we need these prisms. We need these prisms because we need as many solar sails as we can produce, basically. That's what these prisms are used for, ultimately.
Mineral depleted.
All right, let's head and go get the microcrystalline processors. Svalson 1. There you are. So, there is a world where I put Svalson 1 inside the sphere. I just didn't quite like that. I like the idea of looking out from Svalson 1 at the sphere. But it is very close to the orbit of it. It looks cool. It looks cool. And that also means we can travel to Svalson 1 and not break our immersion. Especially if we decide to close this up in the long run. Ooh.
Cruise ended.
There we go.
Flight mode.
I don't know if we will close it up in the long run, though. Not unless we really need something extra to do. What is the crisis here? Is there a crisis here? I don't think there is a crisis here. I think we're just at capacity. Yeah. We're still not really producing enough of these guys. And it looks like we're not producing enough of these. Because we're not producing enough of these. Because we're not producing enough of these. Such is the way of Dyson Sphere Program. Such is the way. So we're going to actually need another stack of these guys. We should have a blueprint for that. We don't have any. We don't have any stone. Okay. All right.
Insufficient materials. Flight mode.
Let's go grab my microcrystalline processors. That's why I'm here. Ooh, you have stone. Not much of any stone.
Flight mode.
Are you guys struggling? Silicon. Silicon has been a historical problem.
Insufficient materials. Insufficient materials.
There we go. We're really gonna go. Stop. We're not going to go for that. There's 1,000 ways you could make this more efficient. Frankly, the way that I'm doing this is stupid. Like, you could set up all of your logistics slots here to build all the things that you need and not ever have to craft anything into your inventory ever again because it's slow and inefficient and stupid. But I don't do that because I'm not very smart. That would require me to think ahead. And for somebody who just tends to wing it
Application complete.
and just kind of work like off the seat of his pants, it doesn't it requires a lot more planning than what I have. We'll just put it like that. There we go. There. All right. So we have a whole lot of sprayers, which is good.
Flight mode.
All right, let's head back to Svalson 3. It's over here. We're going to grab stone. We're going to expand the production of magnets before we continue on to the next part.